upon this soil, predating those of Mesopotamia. To the Elamites, justice itself bore a divine face. From the stone of law to the flame of the sanctuary, there was no path but faith and wisdom. Faith granted the crown. Wisdom preserved it. In Elamite belief, heaven and earth were the two halves of existence, and the king was the weaver of balance between them. Women embodied the earth, men the arms of heaven. Kingship was not dominion of one over the other, but their union. The royal marriage ritual was born from this belief, the union of the king and the high priestess symbolizing the marriage of heaven and earth. From that sacred rite, political and religious legitimacy were born together. At the end of each year, the priests wrote these words: "Those who come after us, if they guard this soil, the gods will guard them." Within those simple words lay the philosophy of Iran's endurance, an eternal covenant between generations. The names of the kings may be lost and their palaces fallen, yet the spirit of their laws still breathes in the soil of Khuzestan. Thus, Susa and Anshan became one body, the first Iranian state built upon throne, temple, and law. And from this ground, power was shaped so that centuries later, Cyrus and Darius would rise upon the same roots. And still, echoing through the depths of history, the voices of the first women can be heard. Justice is our maternal legacy. Time passed. From the rivers of Khuzestan to the snows of the Zagros, a new image appeared upon the earth. The people of Elam were no longer a tribe. They had become a nation. And when a nation understands its past, it forges its future. The sun of the 3rd millennium BCE rose upon a transformed world. In Mesopotamia, city-states had turned into empires. In the east, the civilization of the Indus rose from its rivers. And Iran, at its heart, moved from the age of faith to the age of order. The kings of Elam spoke a new language of power, diplomacy. Clay letters, treaties, and political marriages created the foundation of politics between nations. The first alliances were not for war, but for the endurance of trade and peace. In the grand halls of Susa, politics separated itself from religion, yet still stood within its shadow. Both the high priest and the minister of economy swore before the same sacred flame. The king stood at the center, and the yellow fire danced upon his face. In that moment, the image of the world's first true state was born: a center, a law, an oath, and balance. Upon the palace walls appear carvings of women, weaving, sealing, and praying. They remind us that from the very beginning, Iranian civilization stood upon their hands. Time carried away kings and brought forth new generations. In the heart of Anshan, lineages were born that would one day call themselves a Chaemenid. And though 1,000 years lie between that age and Cyrus the Great, the spirit of kingship had already planted its seed in this soil. An Elamite tablet proclaimed, "Whoever upholds justice is the true ruler of the earth." Centuries later, those same words would echo upon the lips of Cyrus. Perhaps history erased the names of those first women, but the marks of their hands still remain upon the pottery and the clay tablets. From the priestesses of Susa to the mothers of the Zagros Valley, all shared in building the pillars of civilization. Legends tell that one of them once dreamed, "A woman of our lineage shall one day see a sun crown upon a mountain." That prophecy became the symbol of dynasties yet to come, where women would stand as counselors, commanders, and poets. At the dawn of Iran, woman was not shadow, but light. A civilization lives as long as it creates art. In late ancient Elam, artists told the stories of gods and men upon painted pottery. Those designs were not decoration, they were a national language. Line and color became a hymn of unity. Among the patterns, the face of a sacred woman emerged again and again, symbol of earth, justice, and fertility. She was the eternal mother of Iran. Yet no civilization escapes the trials of nature or war. The ground trembled, rivers changed their course, enemies returned. Susa burned and was rebuilt again. Elam fell, but its name clung to the stones. Out of ruin came a greater treasure, experience. Perhaps the people learned that a state is not made of brick, but of an idea in the minds of those who still believe. From the ashes of Elam rose new dynasties, the Medes, the Persians, the Parthians, each inheriting that same faith in balance between woman and man, heaven and earth. What was once written in Susa would be echoed in Pasargadae and Persepolis. From the mothers of the first age to the kings of the future, one message flows through all of history. Justice and compassion are the eternal children of Iran. In a distant fire temple, a woman sat, seeing beyond her time. She gazed into a small flame reflected in a copper mirror and said, "So long as this fire remains in the hearts of the people, Iran will live." Thousands of years later, that same fire burns within every Iranian home, in the glow upon woven carpet, in the murmured prayers of winter nights, in the soul of wisdom itself. The mountain still stands, the river still flows, and the voice of the first woman still echoes through the stones of Susa. We were the beginning, not the margin. We were the keepers of light, not its shadow. And from within us, kingdoms took their form. This was the dawn of sovereignty, a rule born not of power, but of covenant, a realm shaped from fire and faith. In the dawn of kings, the voices of woman and man unite, and from their union, a civilization is born that will teach the world one name, Iran. From fire we rise, for our memory is made of light.